Listen, Offset, I understand that you are heartbroken that Stefan Diggs took your baby mother, but let's be honest, we have to let this go. Now, if you guys don't know, on this new album that Offset just dropped, he has a track called No Sweat, and on that track, he has some words for Cardi B, and he says, how the F you leave Jordan for Rodman? Huh? You a fool if you think that I'm hurt. You ain't happy. I know how it worked. How you married and still giving birth? Get some help, B. You going berserk. Damn, man. If Offset don't sound hurt, tell me what hurt sounds like. Listen. Alright, so that was my short. That was my opinion on what Offset had to say on that track. Now, he did respond and he says, laughing out loud. It's not that. It's just music. Only way I can speak on shit. Let me be an artist, laughing out loud. If you knew better, you do better. And I did respond to Offset, and people wanted to bash me. Like, they were hitting me up like, yo, you dick riding? I'm not dick riding, bro. I just speak the facts, bro. Like, there's no reason for Offset to be friggin' mentioning Cardi B nonstop throughout his music when Cardi B has clearly moved on, literally is having a kid with Stefan Diggs. And it's like, bro, like, come on, man. Look, this is my response. Let me see. Like, you gotta let it go, man. And we're gonna get into all the comments too. I said, bro, I just think you giving it too much attention. Just be you. Posting all the videos of you with hella girls is weak. Like, we know you get baddies. You're Offset. You have nothing to prove. And it's the straight facts. You understand what I'm saying? Ever since Offset broke up with Cardi B, he's been trying to prove to us that he can get snow bunnies. I mean, it shouldn't be hard for somebody like Offset to get snow bunnies, right? You're Offset. But the fact that he keeps mentioning Cardi B nonstop, I don't care how much you want to tell us that you're not heartbroken, bro. This sounds like heartbroken. This sounds like heartbreak. Now, he also said how you leave Jordan for Rodman on that track, and it's like, bro, how are you Jordan? Much respect. Yo, you know how much I listen to Offset? Bro, I love Offset's music. But you're not Jordan, brother. And you can't sit there and tell me that Stefan Diggs is Rodman. There's just no way that we could sit here and name Stefan Diggs as Rodman when Stefan Diggs is making way more money than Offset. Stefan Diggs is making in a 2-month spread while Offset probably sees in 2 years. Let's be honest. It's a different type of bag, man. These rappers can't compete with these athletes, man. These guys are signing $150, $250 million contracts. Let's go check how much Stefan Diggs' latest contract is. I guarantee y'all it's over probably $100 million. And I ask you, like, how can you say that you're Jordan? All right, let's see. All right, look. Stefan Diggs signed a 3-year, $69 million contract with the New England Patriots in March of 2020. Yo, this man just signed a $70 million deal. That's probably more than Offset's whole entire net worth. Let's keep it all the way funky. It says here, which includes $26 million in guaranteed money. The deal has a team option after the first year, giving the Patriots flexibility and making it essentially a 1-year contract for guaranteed money in many respects. It says, according to Yahoo Sports and Reddit users, the agreement provides Diggs with a chance to be the clear #1 receiver for quarterback. Yo, listen, this guy is making $70 million probably in the next 3 years, right? That's only from his contract. That's not if they up it. That's not including all the sponsorships that this man is seeing. Bro, listen, man. Again, it's a different type of bag. Now, I'm going to keep getting into the comments here. Somebody says she went from wife to baby mama. How did she upgrade? That's a fact. And we also got to understand, Stefan Diggs right now got 4 kids on the way with 4 different baby mamas at the same time. Yeah. And that is just crazy. My boy Stefan Diggs is just sticking and moving, man. And he ain't riding on no rubber. Holy. Now another one says here, she is worth $100 million sitting in the owner's private box at the Patriots game. She is not some regular chick. Oh man, the comments, yo, listen, people were going in here. Another one says to Offset, if you knew better, you would have did better. You really hurt that girl and been doing it. You had time and chances. Take the L and let her live. And that's another thing, man. I do think that Offset did mess this up. And it's like, yo, Offset, if you really had this much love for Cardi B, you know, we seen in the beginning of the relationship when Offset and Cardi B broke up, we saw Offset on stage bringing Cardi B flowers. You know what I'm saying? You guys remember that? We could, yo, I like to speak with the facts. You feel me? I like to speak with the facts. And I'm gonna show you guys how there's levels to this shit. So this was a couple years ago while they was broken up. Offset pulled up. This was 6 years ago. 6 years ago, you feel me? Our boy Seth pulled up. He's like, you know what I mean? Take me back. You know what I'm saying? He had to take me back stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B's like, yo, what the hell is this? So you see Offset walking on stage with his little flower bouquet and shit. My boy. Nah. Hey.
I just want to tell you inside, bro. First, in front of the world, I love you.
I love you.
Everybody got to do to show you, bro. Yeah. I don't give a fuck about nobody around. I love you, bro.
Man, listen, Cardi B was jumping out that boy that same night. Now, this was how these are the type of flowers that Offset got Cardi B. Y'all want to see the ones that Stefan got Cardi B? Check this out. Hold up. Yo, Stefan Diggs wilded out. Stefan Diggs pulled up to Cardi B with a whole truck with a bouquet that you can't even carry. Check it out. Look at this. See, Stefan Diggs is smooth. Stefan Diggs got 4 different baby mamas, but Cardi B the main one. And she's happy with that. She's happy from going to a side chick, right? Or I guess she's not the side chick because she is the main chick, but she's down to get cheated on knowingly by a dude that got the bag and not by her baby father, the baby and the father of her kids, which if anything, that's the guy that you should allow to cheat on you, Cardi B. But you are now letting a guy that has 3 other kids besides yours on the way at the same time cheat on you just because he got a bigger bag. And it's crazy. Yeah. Hold on, let's see. Let's fast forward a little bit. All right. Look at that, man. Come on, man. How can you compete? You can't compete with this man. This man dropped what Offset makes in a week on a bouquet of flowers. Matter of fact, Offset probably don't even make it in a month what Stefan Diggs spent on this bouquet right here. Hey, yo, I'm not trying to bash Offset, bro. Offset, yo, I fuck with Offset, but I gotta speak the facts, bro. There's no way that you could sit there and say that you're Jordan and Stefan Diggs is Rodman. When Rodman is doing things that Jordan can't, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, my guy. I'm trying to tell you. The bag is different, so the respect and the what can I say? What you are allowed to do is different because Stefan Diggs is allowed to cheat. Offset wasn't allowed to cheat. All right. Let's keep going in these comments because it gets crazy. She went from a husband to a guy running game. He clapping Cardi and 3 other women raw. Yeah, that is kind of crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yo, it's like you gotta have some type of respect for yourself too. Like Stephon Diggs, right? Yo, you gotta have some type of respect. Like, how you just sticking your... Yo, man, I know guys is dogs, bro, but how you just raw dogging on all these random chicks? Yo, this is insane. My boy don't believe in rubbers. Anyways, it says, and they have babies this year. Ooh, Cardi jumped from the pan directly in the fire. I mean, yeah, she did jump from the, she definitely did. Bay Diggs is no upgrade. She didn't level up BS. Do you realize this baby will have off last HV off last name because they are still legally married? Oh, she's trying to say that the baby will have Offset's name because Offset and her are legally married, so she still has Offset's last name. I mean, not necessarily, right? Not if Stephon Diggs goes to the hospital and signs the paperwork, right? Then he's claiming his child, you know? Don't want to hear the Cardi ABT. He won't sign the papers. All right, speaking about the papers that supposedly Offset hasn't signed. If you guys don't know, Cardi B claims that she's been trying to get her divorce to go through with Offset, but Offset has been not signing the paperwork and complying with the divorce because he's not getting his way. According to Cardi B, he wants to get most of the assets that they have currently together. I guess they have homes, they have other things, investments together. And Cardi B claims that Offset also wants her to pay his $2 million debt to the IRS. And you guys don't know, Offset has made a couple dollars in the last couple of years, and he hasn't been keeping up with the IRS. So I guess he is behind $2 million. And as part of their divorce, Offset wants Cardi B to pay them 2 M's. Now, I gotta be honest with you. You can't be saying that you're Jordan and not have $2 million to pay your taxes. Offset, you can't be calling yourself Jordan but screaming about a couple dollars. At the end of the day, this is the mother of your kid. So what? No matter what house she's at, your kids are sleeping at. So if anything, bro, it is a W for your kids to be in a nice home. It is a W for your kids to ride in a nice car. Although Cardi B needs nothing from Offset to be able to supply her lifestyle. Let's be honest, Cardi B makes way more money than Offset makes, probably like 5x. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Offset wants 2 M's paid to the IRS. Offset wants basically a 70-30 split with her. And rumors are that it might happen. Rumors are that Cardi B might not get her way. And in fact, Offset is going to get his way. And I'll explain to you guys why Offset is going to get his way. The reason why Offset might get his way is because if Offset can prove that Cardi B cheated on him while they're still married, then Cardi B might have to settle for whatever Offset is asking for. And it is clear as day that she is currently pregnant with another guy while she is still legally married to Offset. How is that going to play out in court? I don't know. But Offset and Cardi B are still married to this day. And that is crazy. I just asked myself, as a woman, right? You come out of what was it, like 7 years, 8 years, maybe a little bit more. I mean, Offset and Cardi B been together since the beginning of Cardi B's career. I mean, yeah, I'll be honest with you guys, man. Seeing Cardi B get pregnant from the night to the day like that, from somebody that we would have never expected it, is crazy. While still being married to Offset is crazy. Because you just know that you have things in you have, not only do you have kids, but you guys have all these financial things in the way, and it's only gonna make that go. It's only gonna make the situation sour. Now, you guys remember when Cardi B dressed her son to look just like Stephon Diggs, and she had him on the football field, and Offset went crazy. He said, "They playing with my kid." You know, sometimes y'all gotta know when not to cross the line, because y'all crossing the line. You know what I mean? Females cross the line. Y'all females, if y'all up in my chat right now, y'all know what y'all be doing. Y'all be wilding. The way y'all get back be different. Yo, it be different. Look. This shit went viral. Stephon was like, "Stop playing about my kid, bro." Look. I remember this. She had him get the same type of braids. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B's son was seen wearing matching braids with his mom's new man. Stephon Diggs, hey man. Stephon Diggs probably had the same person that braids his hair, braid his Offset's son's hair. That's another thing, man. I'll tell you guys one thing, man. You really got to think about what you guys do out here. You guys be out here sticking it raw and all these girls. You guys really got to think about, man. Am I going to be with this woman? Is she going to be with a guy that might not be the best interest for my son? You know, like, do I want my kids to be raised by a guy that doesn't teach them the right way? But in Cardi B and Offset situation, it seems like Offset was the one that pushed Cardi B away, because we actually didn't hear any drama coming from Cardi B. We never really heard her like, yo, out there doing nothing crazy. She was never seen out with no dude. She actually held it down. So I gotta keep it all the way funky on that side. Offset was in fact the one that was out wilding and cheating. But then again, like I tell you guys, as I keep repeating myself with this, because I've said this over and over, Offset was the one that was out cheating, but Cardi B didn't allow it from Offset, but now she's with Stephon Diggs and then is allowing it from him. So, I mean, it is what it is. It says, somebody else says here, he hurt. If not bothered, you wouldn't respond. All the cheating he has done, and he has something to say, man, move on and let her move on. He a whole simp. Take accountability and say you a mess up your marriage and move on. And Offset should have kept it real with Cardi B from the rip. Like, if what you're gonna do is cheat, bro, tell your woman, yo, listen, I like to, you know what I'm saying? I like to double dip. You feel me? I like to have my wife, and I like to smash something else on the side every once in a while. You feel me? I like to go to McDonald's, order my meal, and also get an extra side. You know what I mean? Like, just keep it all the way a fun guida, like I like to say. Here in the motherfucking.
Wow, it's DaShmackHouse.
Somebody else said, and what did Offset gain as a husband? Faces debts. Ouch. I mean, he is in debt, but he's Offset. He's making money. He'll be all right. Stop giving them attention. That's why your music is flopping. 2 albums in 2 months. The F. Do you move on? You see how big your fan base and sales will increase. Well, Offset did drop 2 albums, but he's not flopping. He's just not doing the numbers that he should be doing, but we all know why that is. And that's because he's not being supported by the industry right now. Offset has a whole bunch of problems behind the scenes still with QC. And ever since the Migos broke, they all like went their separate ways, where Offset took and went his separate ways. It's been smoke. Offset isn't getting any industry support. Offset doesn't get playlisting. Offset doesn't get anything. I gotta be honest with you. You can say that his music probably flopped in terms of it ain't doing the numbers that it was before, but it ain't trash. It's good music. He's dropping good music. Like, even in that last album that he dropped, it ain't the best, but I can tell you guys he has a few tracks on there that are pretty good. He got a couple tracks on there that is bumping. And all the collaborations that he done with Gunna have been going dummy. Let's be honest. From what I heard, they're even working on a collaborative album. So he's not flopping. He's not flopping like that. I'll be honest with you guys. Quavo is flopping way more than Offset right now. I'm telling y'all, Quavo right now, he's running around with Pharrell. Pharrell is the one that's really, you know what I'm saying? From what I heard, Pharrell's the man right now, basically funding Quavo's career. Well, not career, but helping them musically, as I could say. Because the industry isn't giving them the support. You guys know Pharrell got the bag. Pharrell got them big bands. That boy Pharrell billionaire, and he just got that deal with Louis Vuitton. He actually took over the designs over at Louis Vuitton, which was Virgil that was doing that before. So I mean, it's getting big money. Somebody else says here, Offset fumbled the ball. Cardi and Stefan picked it up and ran the touchdown. Bro, Cardi B and Stefan Diggs ain't gonna be a thing in a year. There's no way. I just doubt it. Stefan Diggs is smashing. Yo, Stefan Diggs got 4 baby mamas pregnant in 2025. How many more he gonna get pregnant in 2026? Let's keep it all the way funky. Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button.
Wow, it's the Smack